Hey, it's Sam here, and this is the INKY75 by Elec. It's a 75% tri-mode CNC aluminum keyboard that is priced under 300 ringgit here in Malaysia and is available globally for $89. There are 4 color options available, and honestly you won't believe the value you're getting for the price. And before I review what's included, do remember to subscribe. In the box, there's the user manual for the keyboard, and it covers everything from the shortcuts to how to use the tri-mode connectivity. Besides that, there's also a Type A to Type C charging cable, a switch and keycap puller, 3 extra switches, the 2.4 GHz USB wireless dongle, and a hard plastic cover for the keyboard. So the keyboard has a 75% layout with the Elec logo around the arrow keys, and the power on off switch under the caps lock key over here. The side profile looks like this with the cherry profile keycaps included. The E-coated finish on the case looks and feels great with a sandstone-like texture. I really like it as it doesn't show any fingerprints and smudges, and overall just looks cleaner. The keyboard has a front height of around 20mm, and on the back there's just the Type-C connection port located in the middle here. On the bottom, there is 4 rubber feet and the weight, which has the INKY75 logo and a mirror finish that is very polished and clear. You can even see my reflection in it. The keyboard is quite heavy, weighing around 1.8 kg or 4 pounds, and this is of course due to the CNC aluminum case. The RGB is bright and saturated, and it comes pre-programmed with 18 effects. Here I'm just cycling through them by holding down function and pressing the / key. As for customizability, the keyboard is compatible with VIA, so no worries there. Once the Json file provided has been uploaded, you can remap all of the layers and keys, create macros or import existing ones here, save the current layout you have or load an existing one, and configure the RGB lighting more precisely as well. Moving on to the keycaps. These are cherry profile double shot PBT. The legends appear to be sharp and the color looks great and really matches the keyboard. Not only that, these keycaps are pretty thick as well at 1.5mm, which help make the keyboard sound fuller. As for the switches, the ones included with the keyboard are the INKY Matcha Buttermilk switch. It's a 5-pin linear switch that actuates at 45 grams, comes looped from the factory, and has a long spring inside. They feel really smooth out of the box and have a deep poppy sound signature in my opinion. The PCB is 5-pin hot swap with a south-facing layout, so the LED is on the bottom and it will support most 3 and 5-pin switches on the market. The stabilizers here are plate mounted and they come slightly looped too. They don't rattle or ping at all, which is great, so no complaints from me. Alright, now let's move on to the mods and components inside. First, the case has to be opened and there's just 6 screws around the top case holding it together. These are hex screws and they require a 1.5 size bit. With the screws out, the top case can be lifted and the plate and PCB can now be disconnected from the daughter board. So in the bottom case, there's a piece of EPDM dampening foam, a PET insulation sheet, the 4000 mAh power battery with the daughter board, and the 6 screws holding the weight on the bottom. Besides that, in between the plate and the PCB, there's another PET insulation sheet which goes on the PCB like this, an IXPE switch pad that layers on top, and finally a thick piece of pre-cut Poron plate foam to help dampen the sound. The plate is polypropylene with flex cuts, and this makes it super flexible as you can see even with the switches and keycaps installed. The PCB is 1.2mm and has flex cuts as well, so it does flex a little. On the front you can see the power on off switch here, and on the back you can see all of the hot swap sockets. The PCB is gasket mounted with these yellow silicone nibs on the sides. They are quite squishy and give the keyboard a softer typing feel. And when combined with the plate, you get a stable key press that feels soft when pressed all the way down. This feels very comfortable for long periods of typing and gaming in my opinion. Anyways, that was everything about the INKY75. Now please enjoy the typing sound test. Okay, here are my final thoughts on the INKY75 by Elec Fox. To be honest, if you're from Malaysia like me, this is the best budget keyboard you can currently get for under 300 ringgit. But for $89 I still think it's one of the best options too. It has a nice build quality with the CNC aluminum case and mirror finish weight, ultra low latency and tri-mode connectivity, a hot swap RGB PCB that supports VIA, awesome switches and keycaps that make the keyboard sound talky, and a whole lot of mods included too. So if you're interested in the INKY75, it will be linked in the description below for you. And that does it for this video. Thanks to Elec Fox for the keyboard and thank you for watching. Leave a like on the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, and remember to subscribe if you haven't. See you in the next one.